Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 22nd. The time right now, Singapore is 11:21 in the morning. We have about slightly more than 40 minutes towards the midday itself. Now, over there on Wall Street, there's nothing really moved the market except for some PMI numbers that was released in both the Eurozone and the UK, which show that both economies, based on the data released, based on the manufacturing and services PMI released yesterday, even the composite for the Eurozone shows that the economy in the Eurozone as a whole, and in particularly Germany, seems to be holding up pretty well. And that again gives rise to the idea that despite the rounds of rate hike, the economy is not seriously being affected. However, that also means that inflation will be flying all over again. And that leads to the idea that the central banks will have to again increase their rate hikes in an effort to further bring down inflation. Okay, even though inflation has come off a little bit, especially in Europe, we can still see that it is still very, very high. As far as UK is concerned, it's still double digit. So we are still a long way to go before we can declare victory over inflation. And that again is becoming a negative for equity markets, because if the idea is central bank is going to continue to increase its rate hikes, then of course that will be a negative for equity markets. So we can see that overnight on Wall Street itself, we can see all the major equity index has actually backpedaled to the point whereby the Dow Jones itself, which has been holding within the boundary between 33,581 to 34,334, has finally clearly broke out of its consolidation range to the downside. Now, if this market continues to edge lower, there is the possibility, if the market do a three-way pullback, then the target will be at 32,200 thereabout. Yesterday, I was talking to you that maybe the market may want to go up, and if it does want to go up, the top side is 35,500 thereabout. But now the market has clearly decided that you want to come down, so the 32,200 becomes sharply in focus. So this is where I think the market may be heading, at least in the medium to long short term. Okay, over in the S&P 500, which has the best chance to rally, it also failed to rally last night. Now the market it is coming down and broke effectively the 4,000 points. And remember yesterday I did mention 4,000 point is a crucial point because it's a round number, and the market has taken down to 4,000, and it does looks like this could end up to be even more just more than just a corrective pullback. And if the market actually trade below 39,900, it could mean something more sinister. It would mean that the market may have already top up at 4,195 and it's getting ready to resume its larger degree downtrend. Okay, and this can be clearly seen in the Nasdaq 100 knockout. The market has clearly broke below the support line, and the market is heading towards the crucial level of 11,900. Now the market is already testing the 12,000 levels, and if the market cannot hold, but I think the crucial level will be 11,900. The market goes all the way and even go and test 1,600. I think we can effectively say the market has already peaked at 12,881 back all the way back on February the 3rd. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. We are not that far away from the end of February, so if the market continues to edge lower, and if we end up February on a very, very low note, that could be giving us a reversal on the monthly time frame. So this could be something quite serious. Okay, over in Asia, we can see that the Hang Seng market has basically pulled back. The high 22,700 remains the high for this move here, and the market pulls back. It is still not running away yet. I have previously mentioned that the possibility the market may test the 20,300 level is pretty good. And now this morning it did. The lowest traded this morning is actually here. Okay. Let me go down to the 1 hour just to show you if there's going to be any reversal signal here. Okay. Now based on the 1 hour time frame, now let me increase the size of the candle bar to show you. Okay, now this is an outside bar. Okay, the low before this was 20,349. So this low was a new low as far as this the last hour was concerned. Okay, that means at 10 o'clock onwards, the market went up to a high. This is an outside bar on the daily time frame. And you can see that the market has an outside bar on the 1 hour time frame. So because the market has been trading within this band of prices, which I've already earlier on identified, which is 0.618 retracement. So this is a crucial level. If the market can actually hold here and develop into a reversal signal, which we already seen in the 1 hour time frame, if by the end of today we see a key reversal in the daily time frame, that gives the idea that the market has already bottomed at 20,345 this morning and is getting ready to resume to the upside. If that's the case, the immediate upside target obviously is going to be a challenge of 21,637. Okay, so this will be the immediate target that it must clear before it can actually have enough momentum to tackle the upside. Okay, but if the market can actually clear the upside, the longer term target is 24,800. Okay, this is still my target over the medium to long term. Okay, so because the structure in the Hang Seng is a little bit different compared to US equity markets. Okay, so over in the Shanghai, we can see the Shanghai market has tested the 3,010 level 3 times in a row, and this morning it attempts to challenge those high again. Now previously the high here 3,310 was actually traded at the end of January, and again it tested in the middle of February on the 16th, and recently as of yesterday the market again tested 3,310, but it could only manage 3,308 and did not quite go over. And today in the early morning session, we can find that the market still wants to challenge. There is no saying that it cannot break, because if the market keep on challenging, there is a possibility it may break the 3,310. Now, this is not a very crucial level, but based on the inability to clear that gives the market a little bit of we can see that there's obviously a fight going on here. So if the market can actually take out the 3,310 levels, the immediate target is 3,350, maybe to as high as 3,375 to 3,470. So the top side remains still a possibility. We have to watch how the market reacts here if it can take out 3,310. Over in the Nikkei continued to drop this morning, and this is a 3-way pullback. And the fact that it has already taken out the near-term support line, and that is still allowable, okay, in a sense, it's still allowable for the market to actually stabilize and manage to recover. But again, everything will depend on whether we see a recovery. Then the market now here, in the shorter time frame, we need to see some kind of reversal, especially in the 1 hour time frame. If you can see one, right now there isn't one, but if there's one, then obviously this will be giving us the idea that the market may be able to actually stabilize and resume its uptrend. Okay, so for the time being, there is no signal to suggest that. And if the market continues to edge lower to go down below 27,000, then something else is happening. The market may have already peaked at 27,821. So we will have to look at this structure based on today's closing price, and I think it will be crucial. Okay. Over in the currency market, we can see that the dollar continued to edge high to 135.23 overnight. And this is telling us that the market is no longer in the corrective rebound phase. There is every possibility this market may actually be looking at something a little bit more aggressive. But again, we are still looking for evidence. Okay, if the market can actually have a very strong rally, okay, to take out 138.20, then that will be giving us the comfort to say that yes, the dollar is resuming its larger degree uptrend. So target over the longer term is 139 to 139.70. Okay. Over in the euro versus the dollar, we can see the dollar, the euro continuing to consolidate. If the dollar wants to go up, obviously the major currency will have to fall back. But we can see, although the euro did fall back, but it is very, very controlled. There's every possibility the market may actually rebound later on in the afternoon to go to 1.0730 to 1.0755 if this market actually go up into this bracket of prices, and a reversal signal actually a result from there, then maybe the market will resume its downtrend from here. My target for the time being is 104.50 thereabout. I have not have any position in euro yet because I'm already short in the Aussie. Okay, Aussie structure wise is more clear cut. There is hardly any rebound. The market right now is already wanting to challenge the most recent low here, which was traded in February 17 at 0.6812. The market takes out this level, it's definitely going to go all the way to 0.6730. Okay, so again, this is where I think the market will be heading, and I'll be more than happy to take profit at 0.663540 levels. Okay, I'm really short, so I'm hoping the market will continue. What I'll do next is I'm going to tighten my stop to break even price to protect my short position. So in the event of any untoward rally, at least I won't have any risk. Okay, over in the sterling, you can see the sterling have a very, very neat three-way rebound, go up to 121.48, and I've gone short last night, okay, at the rebound here. And let's see whether the market is going to continue higher or it's going to continue to unravel. And if it does unravel below 1.1915, I think it's going to go towards the 1.1840. Okay, I am going to take profit at 1.1850. Okay, so the market here, it looks like there's a little bit of downside potential here. Euro versus the Canadian dollars also reinforce the idea that the dollar is not just simply a reversal, not simply a corrective rebound. It is more possibility a reversal of its downtrend since last September. It's getting ready to charge higher. And if that's the case, the immediate target is 136.20. Over in crude oil, we can see the bit of a pullback last night in crude oil from a high of $77.74. And if the market can stabilize, I'm already long in crude oil for quite some time now, since last week. And I hope the market can stabilize and do not go much lower. And if that's the case, then I think the market has a possibility of taking out $80.62, perhaps even $82.66 towards $83.70. Okay, so I have actually bought on the idea the market will pull back 61.8%. So this is where I bought. Okay, I bought almost near the low. Okay. And over in the gold market, we can find that the gold market also pulled back yesterday, although there is hardly any activity. But a strong dollar is definitely a negative for precious metals. So if the dollar continues to strengthen, the gold prices may not have a lot of chance to rally. But if in the event we get a rally, I think the immediate top side is going to be $1,860. If the market can rally and this is all you can do, the market may not be able to sustain much higher. And if the strong dollar scenario pans out, I think the risk to precious metal, in particular gold, is going to be bearish to the downside. So I see this as a technical rebound. I have gone long gold as a market pullback. Okay, so now I have a very, very small exposure in gold, and I hope the market can rally to $1,860. And I will have to watch this. If the market cannot sustain beyond that and starting to show signs of losing momentum, I will possibly get out of my mark of this long position, because from now until April and maybe early May, there's a risk that the gold market may continue to weaken. Okay. Over in silver market, we don't see much of a sign of any weakness. In fact, the strength in silver is very evident relative to gold. The lowest price traded was $21.18, which was last traded last Friday. And if this momentum can be maintained, I think the market may challenge $22.60, which is the previous high here. Over in crypto market, we can see that there is a bit of a consolidation. Now, overnight, before the market actually pulls back, the market actually challenged 25,252. This is the Bitcoin high last traded last Friday. And yesterday, there was an attempt to rally in Asia. Could not quite do it. And then during New York session, it came back down again. And I think if the market continue to edge lower, it may be able to find support at 23,344 level. If this level can actually hold the market, it may actually build a base for the market to propel higher to 27,750 thereabout. Okay. Over in Ethereum, same thing happens. The market has already pulled back in a three-wave pattern from a high of 1,743.30. And because this is a three-wave, ideally, I want to see the market testing 1,614 levels. We did see a low very, very close to that, okay, but we have not hit that low yet. If the market can actually go much low, a little bit lower, ideally at 1,614, that would be perfect. And then what we do from there onwards is to go down to the lower time frame to look for a reversal signal. Okay. Over in Cardano, we find that Cardano has already done a three-wave, and this is equality. The market, I was expecting to test 0.373 to 0.383. The market went out to a low of 0.381 early this morning, and it looks like it stabilized now. Now let's go back to the 1 hour time frame and see if there's any reversal signal. And voila, this is a reversal signal. So based on this development here, it is quite technically safe to say that maybe the market low is already in place at 0.381 and get ready to resume its rally. So maybe at this hour itself, the opportunity is to buy Cardano for a move towards 0.454. So this could be a good trading opportunity. And if it doesn't work out, you have very, very little to risk. Okay. So over in Solana, you can see that Solana also pulled back, but not in a classical three-wave pattern. Let me see in the lower time frame, do we get any kind of three-wave pattern? There isn't. Okay. So what we can do in this situation is to draw a simple trend line. Okay. Draw a simple trend line, and if this market breaks the trend line, we can take it from there. Oh boy, hang on. Draw a simple trend line from the high here, the most recent high here, and we take it from there. Okay. Okay. Okay, here. So if the market does take out this immediate trend line here, we can use it to actually use it as a trigger point, although it is less than ideal, but that is also something that we can consider. Okay, now on the I just noticed that is the market holding on to this support line. Let me go down to the higher time frame and see how relevant. Oh, it's actually quite relevant. What I did was previously this line was actually not here. It was actually somewhere here, and because the market breaks out, I just want to shift it to the most recent low and see whether it has any bearing. So the key here is not to look at this low here, but is to look at the high. The market, for whatever reason, decided to punch through and close above this resistance line, at least in the 1 hour time frame. Then I think that will be your cue to go in to buy on the breakout. Although I do not like to trade breakout, but that is one way you can actually engage a position, especially if now Cardano has already shown a possible reversal sign in the 1 hour time frame. You can take your cue from Cardano and trade accordingly. Okay, this is all I have for you for today. Now remember, this morning at 3 o'clock early in the morning Singapore time, we're going to see the release of the FOMC minutes from the February 1st meeting. So the content is going to be like who vote for what, okay, which governor is more hawkish, who is more dovish, and we can take the cue from there. But I don't think it's going to have a major impact because we already know, based on the non-farm payroll numbers, the labor numbers, and retail sales, all these numbers are telling us that the US economy is holding up pretty well, and that gives rise to the idea that inflation is not fully defeated because demand is still very much in play, and that may prompt the Federal Reserve to increase its rate hike again, and that will be a negative for equities. So this is all we can share with you for now. So until tomorrow, this is Daniel Ang checking out. Bye-bye.